Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm adjusting my camera, making sure you can hear me, making sure we're all good. And welcome. Hi, everybody. It's been a very hot day. I look like I've been in the sun, and I have been because it's sunny and beautiful. It is fall. It feels like autumn. I love it so much. I want to say it's my favorite season, even though I think I say that every season. Like, whatever the season is, I think I say it's my favorite season, but I do love the fall. And I'm very excited. So, hi, everybody. It's really good to be here with you. Charlie thinks it's really good to be here with you as well. He's right here, and I bet he'll join me on my lap very shortly. Colleen Patrick-Goudreau here, vegan author and podcaster and speaker and educator, and working hard on lots of things to share with you. I really hate that I'm constantly saying, I'm working on this and I can't show you yet, and I'm working on that, but I can't show you yet. But I am working on all these things and I will show you soon, including my new website. And I would say by next week, the new website will be available, launched, live. Until then, go to joyfulvegan.com and join the mailing list, and you get a free Joyful Vegan Starter Guide, which is a really awesome little starter guide that you can share with anybody you want. It's a PDF that has some recipes, it has some information to debunk, just kind of the basic myths about the joys and benefits of living vegan. And if you go join the mailing list, you can get your free Joyful Vegan Starter Guide. What else? I would say for those of you who have been hearing me talk about our vegan Thailand trip for 2017, I would say that by mid-October, I am going to be announcing the trip, and it will be open to 20 people. But of course, I'm offering it first to everybody who is at our Compassion Immersion Retreat, and you'll be the first to hear about it and have the opportunity to join us. And then it'll be open to the general public. So who knows, I don't know if it's going to sell out first with just those folks who were at the Compassion Retreat that we had back in, was that May? I guess that was May. But I'll be announcing it as soon as I can. Just had to get some things in order. We were scoping out the locations, the sanctuaries that we're going to be visiting, the hotels, the restaurants, all the day trips. We are scoping everything out, and I'm really excited to find out how everything's looking and putting it all together and then sharing it with you. So hi, everybody. So that's announcement number 2. Announcement number 3 is I finished writing the new podcast episode. And as you know, because I'm working on my new book, I am focused on my content really being about the way we talk about animals and the language we use to talk about animals and the language we use around animals, about animals, all of it related to our language about animals. So I'm pretty excited about it. And so the new podcast episode is going to be up by Sunday, I think. So hi, everybody. How are you? I see some folks here, Paola, Michelle. Give me a thumbs up and just a little message. Let me know that the connection's okay. I want to know that the connection's okay. So give me a thumbs up. Give me some indication that you're there. Or I'm going to disconnect because I don't know if you can hear me. And Kath, yeah, we've got some really mixed opinions about the title of the book, and we'll see. I'm liking both, and it's ultimately going to come down, of course, to the publisher, but I want to feel really good about the title of the book. So we're playing with animal speak and we're playing with animologies. So I'm not sure yet. Okay, good. Everybody's good. The connection's good. Nikki, Paola, Greenlee Grace, Trisha, good to see you, Liv. And said hi to Kath already, and Michelle. Hi, everybody. Thanks for your hearts and your love. Yeah, where are you guys? Where are you? From where do you hail is what I'm trying to say. Tell me where you are. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. And this is also your time to ask me any questions you have. I walked into the corner of my dresser last week and I bruised my clavicle. It is so sensitive. We are doing more work in the house, and my dresser was in the hallway, which it never usually is, and I didn't put the light on because I'm used to walking around in the dark, and I walked right into the corner of my dresser. Ow. So I'll stop playing with my clavicle. Independence, Missouri, New Hampshire. Animal speak is easier to say. Vermont. I love it. I love how opinionated you guys are. I asked for it. I asked for it. Natasha. Hi, Colleen. Can you recommend any good books for 1, meat lovers to make them more conscious of their food choices, 2, parents raising vegetarian, vegan kids from Australia? Okay, I'll come back to that. Let me just say hi to everybody because otherwise it's going to get overwhelming here. From New York. Florida Keys. Thanks, Trisha, for your sympathy. Diana, hi, Colleen. I made your yummy pretzel recipe from your baking book into mini challahs for Rosh Hashanah. The best. Thanks for all you do. That is brilliant. I love that. That is absolutely brilliant. Veronica's right in Livermore. I love it. Must be hot there today. It's hot in Oakland. Beautiful hot, like autumnal hot, not crazy hot. Number 1, I'm jealous that you can bake it all. My oven's broken, so my oven should be fixed by Monday because I can't bake anything, which is driving me a little crazy because I like to bake come fall. Frankie said I made the garlic and green soup. Wonderful. My 93-year-old mom loved it from Seattle, Washington. Frankie, you're not originally from Seattle, Washington, are you? Tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from. Come on. Give it up. What else? Books to recommend to help it really depends on what they're interested in. Obviously the 30-day vegan challenge is what I recommend to people who are interested in making the transition or at least giving it a try. And of course, in the book, there's lots of information about becoming more conscious about what we're eating. You are? Okay. Most people from the United States don't say mom. That's why I asked, because it sounds like you're either from Canada or Australia or Great Britain. That's why I asked. I like mom. I think it's adorable, but it's not an Americanism. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. For children, so again, I guess I would ask for raising. There are a couple books. There's not a ton, but there are a couple books out there on raising vegan kids. They would be called like Raising Vegan Kids. There's not a lot out there. I love it, Frankie. I use expressions that aren't Americanisms either, and you're welcome to it. So sorry I called you out. You're welcome to use mom even if you're not, even if it's not an Americanism. Ivan said, watching my favorite author. I love your book. Oh, you're so sweet. Vegan's Daily Companion. Great book you did there. What I like about it is that you can read it daily. That's why I did it. That was my dream for that book, and I love that people use it on a daily basis. It's like, it's just an absolute dream that people tell me that they have it by their bedside or in their bathroom. I actually take that as quite a compliment that people have it in a place where they would read it every day. So thank you. I love it. Keisha, I can't wait for your, did I say that right? Is it Kezia or Keisha? Is it like a Z sound? I can't wait for your book and new book and website. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you, Keisha. Hello, Anna from Victoria, British Columbia. RVing in Canada, is that what you're saying? What do you use on your hair? It's beautiful. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I use a curling iron on my hair. That's probably my secret. And my hair products are is it Aveda? Yeah, Aveda. Like they're my favorite hair products. Favorite shampoo, favorite conditioner, favorite. I think mostly that's it. And then I use. What do I use? Aveda, like hairspray, even though I don't use a lot of that. But I use a kind of, it used to be called Texture Twist, and it's something else now, just to kind of keep everything in place. But Aveda products are my favorite. I should start a vegan hair product line. I know nothing about vegan hair products. I mean, I know nothing about hair products. I can barely do my hair. I don't know. I've had a love-hate relationship with my hair my whole life, but that's not what we're here for. Colleen, hello, Colleen. Do you know of any good books or resources for vegan dog food? My dog has been vegan for over 18 months, but I'm concerned he's not getting all the right nutrients. Yeah, there's a lot of information out there, isn't there? You can really find information to justify feeding your dogs vegan or not. I feel very confident recommending or advocating or directing people to information that supports vegan dogs. I have a video where I don't say much more, and I have a podcast episode that doesn't say much more than the studies do indicate that vegan dogs thrive because they're built more as omnivores versus cats who are built more as carnivores. And so I'm not as convinced that even feeding cats who get taurine and other amino acids, essential amino acids, supplemented in their diet if they're eating a vegan diet. I'm not convinced that's the best thing for cats. So my cats do eat meat in the form of aquatic animals. But for dogs, I guess I don't have resources that I could point to directly, but I would say what resources you are finding that support it. You know, just look at whatever the footnotes are, the endnotes, the bibliography, because they're going to hopefully then be directing you to the actual research. Like, look for research that has been conducted, not just people's opinions, but look for research that's been conducted, and you know, and of course not just anecdotal. But I do think the research does support that vegan dogs do really well. So if anybody else has any suggestions specifically, let me know. Debbie, or write it here so we can all share that with each other. Debbie says, so excited for broccoli soup. Oh, I love it. I have some polenta left over. I love my polenta. Look at your hair, though, would be a huge hit. You're hilarious, Liv. Stop it. Do you know of any good books? Okay, we did that already. Sorry. And what's your favorite animal rights activism book? Good question, Kathy. That's probably a better question because I could probably answer that more authoritatively. My favorite, I should take you into my office to see my animal rights books collection. You want to go into my office and see my animal rights books collection? Tell me if you want that. I'll bring you in and I'll show you. Because I actually have to be standing in front of my bookcase to see what my favorite books are. I am drawing a blank on my favorite books. Should I bring you into my office and we can go look at my bookshelf? Okay, let's do that because that might be a little easier. And on the way, well, first, I'll show you cute cat, cute Michiko. This Michi, his boobies. Okay, now you heard my cat voice. Another cute cat, another cute cat, another cute cat. There's Charlie. It's Charlie. Okay. Going downstairs, kissing my toes. Okay. Okay, it's pretty messy. It's pretty messy. Let's see. I've got a lot of books on animals. This is my kind of animal section here. I would say, so I've talked about this book before. For the Prevention of Cruelty, I think is a really important book because it's the history of the animal protection movement in the United States. I really recommend it. I really think that it's important that we know upon whose shoulders we stand. And it really is fascinating to read about the people who started the animal protection movement in the United States. And then I also love, let me see where the other one is, For the Love of Animals, because of course the animal protection movement started in the UK. And this is the history of the animal protection movement. It's pretty much in the UK. So I would read For the Love of Animals first. Oh, I love that you're reading For the Prevention of Cruelty, Liv. I would read For the Love of Animals first, and then, because that kind of starts first with the UK, and then I would move to For the Prevention of Cruelty, okay? So that's one thing I would say. Is there any other book on here that you see that you have questions about? Of course, Slaughterhouse is something that is very near and dear to my heart. So is Animal Liberation. I mean, these books were really influential to me when I first became vegan. Because I have this version of Animal Liberation, I have that version of Animal Liberation. Oh, that's so awesome that you worked with that professor. That's very cool. It's a very good book. Oh, I love it, Liv. I love to know that that you take my suggestions. That's great. Okay, I can't shove this back in without ruining everything. What else do I love on this shelf here? So what do we have here? Welfare Ranching is actually a book I think is really important especially for those who reside in the U.S., because I think it's really important to understand the ridiculousness and the horror of welfare ranching. So that's something I really feel strongly about. I just finished The Chain, which I really recommend. And in fact, if you are interested at all in this, I would go down a little further on my Facebook page so you can see the New York Times Magazine article written by Ted Genoways, and this is his book, and it's basically on the history of Hormel, and it really has a lot to do with the fact that the meat industry, especially the pork industry, they basically regulate themselves, and it's just horrific. Great, Debbie, thank you. I will definitely check that out. What else? Let's see. Animal Revolution, I love. It's just the great kind of history of what it says, our changing attitudes towards animals, towards speciesism. Of course, Gorillas in the Mist was a book that really influenced me, and it's one of the reasons I'm pretty darn excited to go to Africa and see, I think this has this is the movie cover, but it has this, it's the story by Diane Fossey, and then Woman in the Mist is by Farley Moat, and it's about Diane Fossey. So we're going to be going to the Diane Fossey Foundation in Rwanda, and I'm pretty excited about it. So those are kind of the big ones. Let me see if there's anything down here that I'm missing. What do we have down here? Diet for Numerica, of course, was the first book I read that made me go vegetarian, and just lots of good stuff. Does that help at all? Does that help you? Does that help? Does that help? And then I've got all my language books over there. You saw Meat Hooked. Yeah, I haven't read it. I've only read a little bit of it. I thought it was okay. It isn't vegan. I mean, she starts off the book saying that she's not vegan, and she's kind of a part-time vegetarian, and that's fine. I mean, a book can be written by a non-vegan and, still be a good book. But I've read some of it, and I thought it was okay. I mean, I don't think it's the most amazing thing I've ever written. I just bought this because I heard her on NPR, and I really like John Bradshaw's other book called, Cat Sense, and Sarah Ellis and John Bradshaw wrote this book, and I could probably have written this book myself. No, I couldn't. But I just really loved the interview, and I would say that I pretty much implement anything that she talked about. Of course, there's Jonathan's book I have not read yet. And what else? What was the Modern Arc? Did I read the Modern Arc? No, I haven't read the Modern Arc. It's about zoos. Does that help? Does that help you guys? Does it help? I've got some cookbooks here. Mostly my faves are books that have been given to me over the years. I do not have every book that's ever been given to me. These are more books about food, kind of more health-oriented books about food. And then I have some children's books up here. A lot of animal books that have been children's books. A lot of ones I've read on the podcast. So these are a lot of the children's books I've referenced or read on the podcast. Some travel books. Oh, did that help? You're welcome. I love sharing books with people. I do. I'm reading, that's what I'm reading right now. Not cover to cover, it's more of an encyclopedia, but for fun, in the morning when I have my tea, this is what I read. I read the Blackwell Encyclopedia of Anglo-Saxon England, because I really love this book. Good, I'm glad it's helpful. I finally just read Charlotte's Web, Her Boyfriend's Insistence. Oh, that's great. And have you all read, one of the books I talked about in a podcast not long ago was Frankenstein, which is a really fun novel to read through the lens of vegetarian or vegan, because a lot of people don't know that Mary Shelley and Percy Shelley were vegetarian, and Frankenstein's monster, the whole gist of the story is that, of course, the monster is more human than his creator. And one of the things that makes him even more human is that he's vegetarian. More human, I should say. He's even more compassionate. Well, he's more human, certainly, I think, than his creator, than Frankenstein, the doctor. But he's more compassionate. And one of the things that makes him a very compassionate character, and one of the things that makes that Mary Shelley uses as a demonstration of his compassion is that he's vegetarian. And he talks about how he doesn't eat the flesh of animals, and he only eats, I think he says something like seeds and berries, nuts and seeds and berries that are, that grow, something like that. So reading Frankenstein, which I think is a good novel. It's not a perfect novel by any stretch, but it's a good novel, and it's I think it's fun to read, and it's definitely fun to read through that lens. So what else you got? I have a couple more minutes and then I'm gonna go make some dinner and I'm gonna go on a walk and then I'm meeting a friend for drinks tonight because it's Tuesday night and that's what we do. And it's not Tuesday night. Oh my God, I said it's Tuesday night. We normally meet on Tuesday night, but we decided to meet on Thursday night this week. So I'm doing my Tuesday night drinks on Thursday. Melissa says, it's been so long since I caught a live video. No more Periscope. I know, I just kind of, Periscope was stressing me out because I just feel like I have a really strong community over here on Facebook. And I was still building my community over on Periscope and it was happening very slowly. And then in the meantime, it was, there were just trolls and no, they didn't get to me. It's just that it's just distracting and I'd rather be able to talk to people who are built in as an audience already who are interested in what I have to say without saying stupid things like X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I haven't really done Periscope. I know I should probably just hop on there really quickly maybe and say hi. I feel bad. Yeah, it's Thursday. I get it. And what is your favorite tea to start the day? I drink a lot of different green teas. I pretty much only drink green tea. My husband's on a pu'er kick. He loves pu'er, but he likes it more than I do. And he also likes oolong. I do like oolongs, but I drink mostly green teas. My green teas are from Far Leaves, farleaves.com. And if you put Colleen in the promotion coupon code field, you get a 10% discount. So if you're interested, my favorite teas over at Far Leaves are Cloud Mist and Dragonwell and Biluchon and Purple Bamboo. Those are my favorite greens. I think I'm getting all of them. Baoshang, also another one. So mostly green, mostly Chinese greens. So I vary them every morning, but yeah, definitely drink probably about 4 cups of green tea in the morning. What else do we have here? Yeah, Frankie, what I had said was that I'm going to be announcing the Thailand trip probably by mid-October, and it will be being announced first. First dibs go to those who came to the Compassion Immersion Retreat in May. So it's first going to get announced out to those folks and give them a chance to sign up, and then I will be announcing it to the general public. So when I have more information, I will share it with you. Andrea said, I'm so ready to become vegan. I've been vegetarian for a while, but you have really inspired me. I'm buying your book tonight. I love that, Andrea. I was vegetarian for many years before I became vegan. So your path, your journey is very similar, I think, to many, many people. I can certainly relate to it. And I know that the 30-Day Vegan Challenge definitely inspires people and has given them the resources they need to make this transition and to do it joyfully and deliciously and confidently. And I stand by that. So I'm really thrilled and honored to be part of your journey. So thank you very much. What else do we have here? You're welcome, Frankie. Do you know of any good cruelty-free makeup products? Oh my gosh, Sheree, yeah, there's lots. I would go to a website that has all that stuff updated, like Vegan Beauty Review. She's got it all updated. I can tell you what I use, which is pretty much Body Shop and Arbonne. But there's like a million brands out there. Once I kind of like a brand, whether it's like a hair product or whatever, anything, food, makeup, I kind of stay locked into that, and I'm kind of boring that way. But there are people who are reviewing this stuff all the time. And what else do we have? World Veg Fest, what about it? I have no idea what you're talking about, Liv. Did you hear about the poor pigs in Canada who were on their way to slaughter when the truck tipped over? Yeah. Really, really super, super sad. Hello, Molly. And yeah, it was really awful. I thought they weren't on their way to slaughter. Weren't they on their way to Sanctuary? I thought one of them, wasn't someone on their way to Sanctuary? Yeah, you're welcome. But Vegan Beauty Review is a great place to start. And is it Veg Fest this weekend? No, I'm actually speaking. I'll encourage you, at least on Sunday, to come over to Litquake. So I'm actually on a panel. Litquake is this weekend, and I'm speaking at Litquake. So Miyoko and Jason Roble, so Miyoko Schinner and Jason Roble and myself are on a panel on veganism, vegetarianism, I think they're calling it, cookbook writers, something like that. I don't know the exact details. I just know I'm speaking on the panel. And if you can join us over at Litquake. Litquake is an amazing organization extravaganza that takes place every year. So you can just participate in one or many of a million different events that are related to writing and to literature, books. And I encourage people to go over to litquake.something. I don't know if it's .com or .org, but go to Litquake, and then you can also find details about my panel. I think it's at 11 o'clock on Sunday. So come over to San Francisco on Sunday and I will be there. Yes, right. Got it. Oh, got it, Kathy. Okay. Yeah. I remember reading the story now. Okay. Yeah. Really sad. Yes. So Litquake, go to litquake.com. It's a San Francisco thing, but, it's really awesome. It's really cool. Yeah, that's awful. That's just terrible. It's awful. It's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. What else was I going to say? I have to do another photo shoot. I mentioned The Joy of Vegan Baking, which was my first cookbook, is having its 10-year anniversary in 2017, and the publisher is coming out with a new edition for the book. So we shot a new cover, and they're shot all new photos, and they're doing a whole new design for the book. So for those of you who have The Joy of Vegan Baking and you love it, it's a very different book. That one is very warm and very cozy and very traditional. This one is going to be very modern and very light and very pretty, very pastel-y. And so we'll have a new cover. I don't know which picture they've chosen yet of the pictures that I sent them, but they also want to do some interior photos of me prepping food. So Michelle Kane, who is a very good friend and wonderful photographer, she and I are going to be doing another photo shoot here next week and doing a bunch of photos because they wanted some more interior shots of me prepping food. So that'll be fun. So that's something I'm also working on, and like I said, every day just working on my book and the proposal and the chapters, and I'm so excited about it. It is unfolding in such a beautiful way, and it's just pouring out of me, and I'm really excited to share more details with you. As far as where in San Francisco Litquake is, I have no idea. I really don't know. I'm just going to show up on Sunday when I'm supposed to, but as of right now, I don't know where I'm going, and you can find out if you go to litquake.something. I don't know, com, org, something. Ivan said, I hope you will check out the kindness cards, posted the link when you ran around showing your books. Link is below. Okay, I'll check out the kindness cards. I'm not familiar with that. I know, Kathy, it's going to be a while, though. You're going to have to wait. So I do feel, at least, even though it's going to take a while for the book to come out, at least I've been sharing content with folks on the podcast. So go check out Food for Thought podcast. I'm going to be recording the new episode. I mentioned it on the last live broadcast I did, but it's basically, the podcast episode is on words and phrases and expressions that have animals in them, like in the expression, like piggyback, but where those expressions have absolutely nothing to do with animals. So you're going to have to listen to the podcast episode for more. I have to go, and it was lovely seeing all of you and talking to you and being seen by you and sharing my books with you, my book collection, not my books. And thanks for all your inspiration and all of your awesomeness. I am going to go charge my phone because it's about to die, and sending lots of love to you guys. And thanks for sharing the video. If you think people would be interested in anything I had to say, or if you want to watch it and put it on your page, please do so. And again, go to joyfulvegan.com. Thanks, everybody. Michiko's being cute. I should end with Michiko. Thanks, Andrea. Ugh. The pain of the cuteness. It's just too much. I can't take it. You're welcome, Megan. Thank you. Thank you, Megan and Megan. Is it Megan? Michelle? Kath? You're welcome. Signing off, signing out. Scaramouche.